The former Secretary of the Navy had a piece, I think the day before yesterday in the Wall Street Journal, very telling about the retreat that the United States has made in its military forces. We've got half as many divisions as we used to have. We've got less than half, maybe a third of as many ships as we used to have. We have, in terms of airplanes ready to fly, about half or more. In other words, our forces have diminished dramatically. And yet, according to this former Secretary of the Navy, very perceptive, the amount of overhead in the Defense Department has risen exponentially. A huge number of people not doing anything but pushing paper. And in terms of the tip of the spear, the people who are on the front lines, their influence has waned and diminished. But in terms of the paper pushers, grown enormously, which is a definition of bureaucratic waste and mismanagement and fatness. That way all throughout the federal government. We are fat, and we are lazy, and we are mismanaged. And it's just right across the board, because we have at the head of our government somebody who never ran anything, never been in charge of anything, never met a payroll. All those things are there. Never, never, never. And he doesn't understand what these things are. He's never been in the military. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand geopolitics. But he has a prism on the world that was shaped by his radical father. And he has a prism that was shaped by some of his friends who were radical leftists. And his spiritual mentor, who at one time hated America, that's who is running our country. And we're kind of waiting like, are we ever going to get delivered from this thing? This is a great nation. It's like, you know, the Gulliver and the Lilliputians. I mean, here's this giant who was being held down by all these pygmies, and we're a giant. America is a giant being held down by these pygmies. Time to pray. Lots of prayer and some action maybe in these next elections.